Major Slack Attack.
Well, yeah, hey, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the Major Slack Attack here. First off, for titillating tactical gaming, let's walk through some more Dying Light. And I just want to restock my utility belt here because I'm Batman. Yeah, we're Batman. And I'm sorry, the party's over. Henceforth, whenever you make a loud noise, such as an explosion, a batch of virals will spawn. Alright, once again, a batch of virals will spawn every time we make a loud noise, such as an explosion, or you fire a gun, or even crashing through a weak roof. And I'm going to show you in a minute or two what virals are.
Crane, it's Lena.
Go ahead.
We found 2 more vials of that fake antizin. Reckon is boiling mad.
Yeah, I'll bet. How's Bahir?
He's stable, but if we'd gotten to him 10 minutes later, he wouldn't be. This stuff is lethal, Crane. Putting them out of business is your #1 priority.
Right, understood.
Alright, so using some firecrackers to draw these zombies over near the explosive barrel, and then throwing the rebar at the explosive barrel to set it off, and that is it. Virals will spawn because we made a loud noise. What are virals? Virals are these guys, these maniacal, fast-moving, free-running, yeah, they can climb zombies, alright? And every time you make a loud noise, typically a batch of 3 of them will come running hellbent at you. Now, the best thing to do, okay, is to get to a high place. Whenever you make an explosion, get to a high place immediately. And your first, the easiest way to deal with them is just simply kick them off. Kick them off as they climb up. Alright? Pretty funny at first, but it will get old fairly quickly. So you're going to want other methods of killing virals very quickly. And I'm going to get into that in a minute or two. For now, we have leveled up agility, and we're going to get the leg breaker skill. I highly recommend this. This is where if you're sliding into an enemy, okay, you slide into an enemy, press the kick button, and you will break their legs and completely incapacitates them. And for some early game zombies, you may even instantly kill them. Alright, let's try it out. Slide, kick, breaks their legs. You always know their legs have been broken when you see their bones, their leg bones highlighted through their body, right? So this guy is completely incapacitated, can't get to his feet. So just give him a head splattering and it's game over. That's it, that's all. Now, virals, back to virals. Kicking them off the roof, yeah, you know, it's funny at first, but it gets old pretty quickly, and you'll want methods of killing them a lot quicker than that as the game progresses. And one thing I recommend, and you saw me do it there, is just when you spawn a batch of virals, kick them all off the roof once, and then once they're all at the bottom, just simply throw a Molotov down on them, and it cooks them up fairly quickly. All right, that's one method of dealing with them. And I just pounded back a speed booster so I can speed loot all these common herbs here. Another thing you can do, and this will require a little bit of finesse and a little bit of practice, but I highly recommend that you start practicing grappling virals. Okay, they can be grappled. Right, but they're a lot faster moving than zombies, but they can be grappled. And once you got the grapple down, you can do a combo where you grapple them behind you and then do a leg breaker. Because if you just try to mix it up with virals, they'll dodge all over the place. All right, and you'll find that they're constantly dodging your melee attacks. So that's one way of getting around that. All right, grapple them behind you and then start whacking at them with your melee weapon, or just do a leg breaker to instantly kill them. And I'll show you more on that later. All right, now let's go get one of the best blunt weapons you can have in your possession in the early and mid game, and that is a police baton. At this point in the game, see, I just whipped a Molotov cocktail over at that cop over there. At this point in the game, after the first assignment mission is completed, zombie cops will start spawning. Check this out. That's gonna be one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Guy gets blown up, and then to add insult to injury, he lands on a spike. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, zombie cops will start spawning, and almost all zombie cops will have a police baton. Okay? Police batons have pretty good damage, and they have excellent handling. For a blunt weapon, they have excellent handling. Over 100 usually. There's one right there. Alright? So when you modify these, you know, when you apply a weapon mod, these can be devastating. Just devastating weapons. So I highly recommend that you... there's nothing better. Punishing a cop, yeah. They got a lot of hit points, by the way, eh? Cops got a lot of hit points. But you don't necessarily have to kill them to get their baton. See, I dropped this guy, gave him a couple whacks, and he dropped his baton. Also note that cops will also attempt to throw their batons at you. Okay? So if you notice a cop has no baton, it could be because he threw it at you. So just look around on the ground, you may find it. Just use your survivor sense, and it's pretty much always highlighted in green at this point in the game. Alright, so here I'm using a lot of leg breaking to wipe out these zombies. Alright, so I highly recommend that you get yourself a nice collection of police batons and learn the areas in the game, such as this area right here, where there's cops. And at the end of the next video, I'm going to show you how to turn a police baton into an instant kill weapon. Alright? Instant kill. One shot, instant kill weapon. For now, I just want to clear this area because I want to loot that police van. There's always good loot in police vans, but, you know, as you've probably noticed by now, it's pretty hard to pick the locks on these police vans when there's a bunch of zombies around, so we gotta clear the area. Okay, there's also a cop car over there that we can loot. That's usually a medium lock, but might as well loot it. Pretty satisfying, that skill, leg breaking, the leg breaker. If it doesn't kill them, it puts them instantly out of action. It's just great. Okay, so now I'm going to attempt to pick the lock on this very hard lock on the police van. Got it open, and it gives up a purple claw hammer, which is pretty good. And some shotgun ammo, which is kind of pointless at this point in the game because I have no shotgun. So my claw hammer is all used up. Let's get a good strategy with the rebar. These big clubs that you get off goons is to kick the zombie, to stagger him, and then give him a good whack in the head, and it usually takes him down and usually kills him instantly. Now here's something else you're going to see me do frequently, okay? And I highly recommend you do this. As soon as you get a short knife, okay? Knives have very fast handling, as you can see. You can swing them very quickly, okay? So as soon as you get your hands on a short knife, make yourself a stamina booster, and then you can just go apeshit, pardon my French, on a gang of zombies with the knife. Just go right in their face and swing away with reckless abandon. Just slash away with reckless abandon, and you can wipe out hordes of zombies like that as long as your stamina booster is active, because you're never going to run out of stamina, right? And if you do this with a modded short knife, it's just, yeah. Anyways, I don't want to give away any spoilers. I'll show you about that later on in episodes to come. So we cranked open this cop car and got some valuables. And I just ran away down that way to get all these zombies to turn into loot packages, so we can quickly loot them. That's all you have to do, is just run away about maybe 25 yards from the location where you just killed a whole bunch of zombies, and then return, and they will have all transformed into loot packages, right? Making it a lot easier to loot them. Okay, let's start the Goodnight Mr. Bahir quest. That's why we're in this area in the first place, okay? Now, it takes place in that pharmacy, and there's always a guy on the second floor of the pharmacy right there that comes down. Or rather, he hangs out on the second floor. Sometimes he may come down. He's priority number 1. You want to kill him with a Molotov. If he comes down, throw a Molotov at him. If he stays up on the second floor, throw a Molotov up on the second floor to kill him. Okay, it's very important that you kill him before you go in that area, because once you go in that area, it's kind of like a ceasefire zone until the mission starts, and he's going to screw up your strategy. And here I'm just figuring out what to dismantle in my inventory to make room for that weapon. So I decided to dismantle the burnt out claw hammer. Take on the gas pipe. Once again, run away about 20-25 yards. Get all the dead zombies to turn into loot packages. And I just go, oh bother, can't be bothered picking up that crappy weapon. Okay, so let's get in the area, the pharmacy area. First thing you should do is grab this propane tank here, okay? Trust me. These are tough hombres. These are all human enemies. They're just like virals. They dodge all your attacks.
Yeah, I hear you're selling antizin.
Who told you that? A little bird?
Not just the same person who told me you've been cooking up garbage and putting it in fake vials.
Garbage? My formula is 50 times better than that crap they drop in boxes. Not only does it keep you healthy, it gives you super strength, incredible speed, and laser eyes. I could burn you with one look if I wanted to.
I'm shutting you down, Bento.
Yeah. Yusuf said you tried to make trouble.
Yeah, well, Yusuf was right.
And you're fucking dead!
Okay, don't try to mix it up with these guys. Once it's game on, okay? Don't try to mix it up. Go up here, because for some reason they don't come up here. And use up all your other options before you start fighting them. First option is just simply throw a propane tank down on them. So rupture the propane tank. Aim for the boss if you can, okay? Try to knock him down. There, I knocked him down. It goes off, and I killed him. Alright? That's your first option. Your second option is another gas cylinder off to my right here.
Good idea.
Once again, these guys will dodge your melee attacks, and they'll even block projectiles. For example, if you use throwing stars on them, they'll block them. There's gas cylinder, puncture it, come over here. When the gas cylinder goes off, you may get a kill, but more importantly, it will set off this gas spill and set it on fire. And now you can grapple these guys into the fire, which is usually an instant kill. Alright, so that's your second option. So there's only one guy left. Typically what happens when there's one guy left is he might go in the building there. If he does, use some throwing stars to just kind of harass them. Watch this, he's going to block one. It's kind of like a delayed reaction though. See that? See, he blocked it. It was delayed though. So this will harass him. He comes, he rushes us. Stay by the fire. and grapple them into the fire, and that's all it takes. So like I said, only mix it up with these guys if you absolutely have to and you've exhausted all your other options.
Lena, it's Crane.
Yes.
You can tell Brecken that counterfeit lab's out of business.
Good work, Crane. That's a big relief. Are you alright?
I'm fine, but Yusuf tipped him off that I was coming.
I was afraid of that. Brecken was going to lock him up, but he'd already slipped out.
Now, if he comes back, I'm gonna have a word with him.
Not if Bahir gets to him first.
Alright, so we got some Survivor XP, and don't forget this blueprint here. It's the Pocket Lighter blueprint, which works on short knives. So let's get the Backpacker skill. The other options are Elemental Throwing Stars. I may get that later, but it's not really a priority right now. And the Barter option, which gives you more money when you sell stuff. But I think the most important thing right now is to increase the amount, the number of items you can carry in your backpack. Alright, so we're going to get that. Alright, so this doubles our backpack space. Instead of 4 spaces, we now have 8. And here's the Pocket Lighter blueprint. You can use that on short knives, short and long knives. But the Electric Cutter blueprint is better. But just in case you didn't get that, that's another option. Alright? Alright, now you may be wondering why I'm not using that beautiful purple claw hammer. Plain and simply, we don't need it. We're going to use primarily the short and simple knife to quick level our power level. Okay, and I'm going to show you that later. And this gas pipe will be enough for our needs. So since this claw hammer sells for a pretty penny, we might as well just save it and sell it. Because before the end of the next video, like I said, we're going to have a wicked police baton on our hands. And I'll show you about that. So, and I know that's coming up, so might as well save the claw hammer. You don't want to use it up, just, you know, just sell it. My reasoning here is used weapons. If I recall correctly, this is the way it was in Dead Island. Used weapons decrease in value, so the more you use them, the less they sell for. Pretty sure that's the way it was in Dead Island, so this is my reasoning here. At any rate, I'm going to be using mostly the short and simple knife because it's a lot of fun, and you can rapidly level up your power level using that along with a stamina booster. And check that out, you cannot store your UV flashlight. This is really annoying, especially since, you know, it's only useful at night and you spend most of your time playing during the day if you're a normal human being. Coming up next video, we're going to take care of a couple of safe zones. Okay, that's what I was pointing out on the map there. For now, I just want to finish up in this area. There's a couple of red chests we can loot. Leg breaker on him. Get some mediocre goodies out of there. And then there is one more red chest on top of this building here. This red chest, more often than not, gives up a weapon mod. So I strongly believe that it has an increased chance of giving you a weapon mod. So make sure you loot this red chest. I've often gotten a weapon mod from this one. Sorry, I should call it an upgrade. I should call it what it's actually called. A weapon upgrade. Not a blueprint. And this time it didn't just give up a French wrench, but I'm actually going to use that. And that's it for this video. Coming up next, 2 safe zones and the instant kill police baton. Don't miss out. For this video, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. And if you thought it was remotely entertaining, hey, don't forget to give the old Slackster a thumbs up. Alright, that's That's it. Slack is out.